Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with the new video to bless y'all with R&B the right way, the authentic way. Now, as you can see, I came in with Usher's powerful. I Cry. This song is so powerful, and the revolution will be televised, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man, you know, it just feels like where we at in music. It feels like when it was like 1968, when, you know, music started to change and artists started to talk about more of social issues, and it was starting to become a lot more mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And then in the 70s, it just blew up. Like, it feels like that because I'm loving that our artists now are talking about what's going on in our world right now. We got a lot that's going on in our world right now, and this generation should definitely understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's good to party. Like I always said, it's good to party. It's good to have a good time. But at the end of the day, we have to know what's going on in our world. And I'm glad our artists, our new artists, our classic artists like Usher is making records to, you know, really let everybody know what's going on in our world, what we're dealing with, especially with, you know, blacks and police brutality and things like that. So, you know, it's such a good thing, you know what I mean? And this is, it's such a trying time right now, but I'm glad again that our artists are definitely, you know, speaking about social issues in their songs, because we need that right now. But I will say this, and I'm gonna say this: all Black Lives Matter. I will continue to say that because I feel like, you know, everybody, we're all black at the end of the day. And I'm talking about, because, you know, everybody do the Black Lives Matter, which I respect and I understand, because everybody's so quick to say, well, all lives matter. We never saying all lives don't matter, but we're saying our lives matter. And including in all Black Lives Matter, I'm including everybody from the LGBTQ community and all that. Like, we all are black at the end of the day, and we all should stand together. And if we stand together, and I mean everybody, all us blacks, we can definitely, you know, how the lady in Soul Food said it, the grandmother, the mama, she said, that this family got to be that fist. Because we have that fist, we can strike a mighty blow. And I feel like everybody, all blacks, if we get together and we stand together, oh y'all, we can be very powerful. So again, I would say all lives matter, and it definitely does. Now, speaking of Black Lives Matter, now you know that in DC they did the road with they made a street with Black Lives Matter, and then they did, you know, they painted, you know, an area that said, a street that said Black Lives Matter, which I thought was amazing. It was a beautiful thing. And then you had this white woman who's frail in the face anyway, gonna come and actually paint over it. And that's the disrespect that we're talking about. You're so quick to say all lives matter, but at the end of the day, when we do something for us, it's like, no, y'all don't matter. And that's what we're saying. And then you had whoever her husband, or whoever the frail face looking husband was, gonna sit up there and say that there's no racism going on and all that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? For what my people have to deal with and what I have to deal with every day? And you gonna say there's no racism? You must have lost your mind. And I'm so mad because it bothers me, because they feel like there's no racism because they're not the minorities here. We are. And we just want y'all to see us the same way. Our people built this. So for them to really disrespect it like that, and see, then they be mad when we ready to knock them in the face and we're ready to fight them because y'all not respecting us. Her painting over that mural in that street was so disrespectful. It was so disrespectful. And she lucky she did it when not a lot of people was around, because she knew when to do it and where. Because let me tell you something, if it would have been a lot more black people around there, it would have been something different. She would have got her head knocked off or something, because it's so disrespectful. And for her husband or whoever he may be, friend, whatever, because I don't see who gonna marry her anyway, but how in the world are you gonna sit there and say this narrative y'all swinging is racism? Is no racism? Are you kidding me? Go sit down somewhere. And this is what makes us mad when we sit and we talk about all Black Lives Matter. Because clearly, y'all saying that we don't matter about disrespecting that. Like, for real? Really? So, for me, y'all, again, all Black Lives Matter. All of it. You know what I'm saying? We got to stick together, because I'm telling you, they are coming out the woodwork with the most foolish things out their mouth. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think Usher, I think Trey Songz, I think The Baby, I think Anderson .Paak, I think Cardi, even Cardi, she's, speaking about, social issues and what we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad, because it speaks to your fans, and you know what I'm saying? Music is powerful and music speaks. And when you put it in your music, for me, it speaks for me. So that's why, as y'all see, every video for the past 3 months, I've been coming in with a social song. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm standing with my people at the end of the day, and all Black Lives Matter, and I'm gonna stick to that, and that's just what it is. But again, I'm just pissed off that, we still have people that's not recognizing us blacks as human. And it's really upsetting, and it brings me back to a time when I had to deal with racism from the police, and it was horrible. And I still have nightmares about it. I'm still angry about that. You know what I'm saying? And I pray to God every day for him to get that anger out of me, because it was horrible. It was disrespectful. I felt humiliated. I felt like, my mom told me, yeah, go get you your college degree, get all that. But I felt like none of that mattered in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Just because the racism that I had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't want to get all peachy with y'all, but at the end of the day, all Black Lives Matter, and we got to stick together, y'all. Really. All right, y'all. I got a little personal, but it just makes me mad because, racist people really don't understand what we go through. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to bless y'all with current R&B bangers. Now, if you're new to Junior's World of Soul, current R&B bangers is all about showing mainstream, that R&B is alive and well. Before this whole pandemic happened, R&B still is like that. It's like at the bottom of the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? And we're not getting the respect that we deserve. So me as an R&B lover, I was like, I want to create a platform for signed and unsigned artists so they can get their music heard. You know what I mean? And I try to give y'all 3 to 6 bangers every week just to show y'all, yo, it's out here. We got people that's really representing R&B the right way, like myself, like I Got Soul, whose interviews are amazing, that they getting our classic, R&B artists to really do interviews, like the Brian McKnight. They did one with Ralph Tresvant, so check them out. This is R&B Singers Room, Rated R&B. Really, these R&B websites are really representing R&B the right way. And what bothered me today is it came out that Adele is going to be working with Raphael Sadiq and John Legend. You know what I'm saying? And everybody is up in flames about it. It's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I'm like, Raphael Sadiq done work with John Legend. He done work with Solange. He done work with so many people. It didn't get like this. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just, it's, how mainstream do. It is what it is. But again, this is the, current R&B bangers here to bless y'all. So let's get this started. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. We gonna get this started. Get out of this angerness I'm in.
So I might as well stop walking.
Hey, y'all already know who that is. That is the queen of hip-hop soul. I am talking about my favorite artist of all time, Miss Mary J. Blige, who is the blueprint of this all, that actually is the reason why R&B and hip-hop is together now. She kind of was the artist that stood on the front line to put that together, you know what I'm saying? And it also helped hip-hop to become a little bit more mainstream. That's why the hip-hop birds really respect Mary as the queen, you know what I'm saying? But, with Mary, one thing about Mary, she just speaks for my life. It seems like every time she comes out with something that speaks for me. You know what I mean? And it's just so great anytime Mary puts out something. Like my mom said, Mary can sing. Mary Had a Little Lamb, and my family, we gonna buy it because she's just part of our family. You know what I mean? But that's the last single that she came out with before the one. But Mary just did a movie on Netflix that I have not seen yet. I have no idea why. What's wrong with me? It's called Body Cam. And I heard she got some good reviews from it. I heard it was a bad movie, but I heard that Mary, did her acting thing. She did her thing. But of course, they would want the Queen to do something for the soundtrack. They like, come on, Mary, you got to do something for the soundtrack. And she did. And she did the song Can't Be Life. And she had some songwriters. Mary got about 3 or 4 songwriters on this song. Jimmy Kozer, the one that did I Think She Love Me, I'm singing. She's All I Got. I'm thinking of the melody in my head, but I can't think of the song. I'm sorry, y'all. But I did that today, which is so crazy. My brother said know why. I sing you the melody, but I don't sing the song. And Stacey Bart, who has written for so many people, like her pen game is nothing to play with, and Mary, and they did this song Can't Be Life, and definitely, even though this came out maybe about 2 months ago, but this song still speaks now, because everything that we're going through in the world, it's like, can this really be life right now? So again, this is the first genre of current R&B bangers. This is coming from Mary J. Blige, and this is Can't Be Life. So here we go. All right.
There's got to be more to life than this. This can't be life. No, this can't be real. There's got to be more to life than this. This can't be life.
Yeah.
This can't be real.
Like, ain't that real right now? Ain't that real? Like, what we going through so much. Like I tell y'all, man, when you watch the news, it's like, it gives you a headache, because it's like, are we really going through all this? Like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Mary, she always speaks to the heart. She always speaks to the soul. So, Can't Be Life. This joint is all on all streaming platforms. Yo, I'm going to check out the movie Body Cam. Y'all check out that movie. And that's the first joint of current R&B bangers coming from the Queen, Miss Mary J. Blige with Can't Be Life. Alrighty. Okay. Well, the song that I wanted to play wasn't the right one. But you know what? Y'all know how we do here. I don't understand why I put that song on there, but it's all good. Y'all know how we do here. Junior's World, so it's raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? But here, we gonna go to it. I'm so mad I didn't put it on my playlist, but it's all good. So here we go.
So which one y'all wanna spend it? I wanna spend it. Which one y'all
Hey, my boy, who is one of my favorite artists right now, and I am talking about that boy Kyle Dion, and like, I'm telling you, like, he's one of the guys that I'm putting up there, with like the Lucky Day and him, like, I love, because he's so artistic. But if you don't know about Kyle, he was born in Connecticut, but then he moved down to Florida, and that's what he represented. And now I think he lives in Los Angeles. But this dude, like, he is the definition of what an artist is and what an artist is supposed to be. Like, he's artistic. Everything about him, creatively, the music, the way he dressed, like, everything about him is creative. And you can tell he's a creative artist. It's definitely giving you Prince vibes. You know what I'm saying? I got onto him in like 2017, and I got wind of him with his Pain and Sounds album. And let me tell you something. In Your Feelings is still my favorite song from Kyle. Like, y'all gotta check the album out. It's different, but it still got some bops to it. I recommend it to y'all. But in 2019, he came out with his album entitled Sugar. And I have talked about so many joints from that album. I talked about Brown. I talked about Spend It, which you hear in the background. I talked about Glass House. And I talked about Some Things That We Don't Do. And, like, the album is dope, y'all. So I recommend y'all check that out. And then at the end of 2019, he actually he actually put out a deluxe version of it. So he added some new songs to it, which a couple of them I talked about on here. Stay the Night, Not That Way, and I talked about just Healed, Not Quick Enough. One of those. I gotta put that in more info box. Y'all know I suck with titles, but it's neither here nor there. But yo, like, for real, like, check this dude out. Like, he's really, really, really dope. He's artistic. The boy can actually sing. You know what I'm saying? He don't need no, you know, auto-tune, none of that. The dude can actually sing. Like, he's really, really dope. But he has a new joint out. You know what I'm saying? It's with Full Crate. Now, I'm not familiar with Full Crate, but I'm following Kyle, so it's under his song, under his, you know, his Spotify, and it's his latest single. And the joint is entitled Brandy. And let me tell you something. I think they might be talking about liquor, but hell, I got a red cup in every video of mine, so who knows? You know what I'm saying? I might be taking it somewhere else. But the joint is, again, it's called Brandy. And, you know, also Kyle knows about, you know what I'm saying, he got a song called Brown. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about brown liquor. So I'm thinking maybe he's talking about brandy. You know what I'm saying? Liquor. You know what I'm saying? But I thought the joint was dope. I was like, oh, yes, I got to talk about this joint. So this joint, the second joint of Current R&B Bangers, this is coming from Kyle, Dion, and Full Crate. And here is Brandy. And here we go. Dope record, y'all. All right.
Drinking brandy down, 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 yo. Maybe I said too much. Maybe in love, maybe I.
Come on,
Down, down, down in a rush. Maybe I said too much. I think I said enough.
Hey. And then that beat come in. Hey. That joint is nice. It got a nice little smoothness to it, you know what I'm saying? But it still got that Kyle Dion vibe that we feel from him, you know what I'm saying? It's still on that creative, artistic tip, you know what I'm saying? I like it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to check Full Crate out, you know what I'm saying? Because he got some joints and he done worked with some people that I might know, you know what I mean? So I'm going to check him out. But y'all, Brandy is on all streaming platforms right now. Y'all check that out. And that is the second joint. And that's coming from Kyle Dixon and Full Crate. And that is Brandy. All right, dang, how was about to forget about a drink. No, niece, what is you doing? Like, no. All righty. Oh, I'm so hyped to sing along to this. Y'all know this was one of my favorites last year.
Head over heels over you. I'm so in love with you.
Oh, this epic duet from Devin Morrison and Joyce Wrice. Like, oh, I love this whole album, bussin'. You know what I'm saying? It was my favorite album of 2019. Y'all go back and check that out. But this is all about Joyce. You know what I'm saying? Joyce Wrice, she is from LA. Representing Cali, you know what I mean? But I find she was inspired by her father's classic R&B, you know what I mean? And you know, she kind of wanted to make her own sound. She wanted it to be jazzy. She wanted it to be R&B-ish, you know what I'm saying? And I love when they asked her what is like the sound of your music, and she said sweet, sexy, cool. I was like, that's dope. That's dope. I like that. And when you listen to her music, you can definitely feel that, like, for real. But I was actually introduced to Joyce when her song Good Morning. And that joint, like, it blew me because I'm a horns person, and I love a horn, and I love good instrumentation in the record. And Good Morning had that good, oh my God, and I think I went crazy on it in my video. But, yeah, I can give y'all a little sample of that. It's all right. It's all right. Like, just listen, y'all.
7 o'clock in the morning. All I want you to do is get on top of me.
Woo! You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear that horn? And And she getting nasty on this song. She like, it's 7 in the morning, I'm all up on you. I want you to get on top of me. Okay, speak your shit, niece. You know what I'm saying? Speak yours. You know what I'm saying? But, from there, I've really been, following her. Not like more like I should, but I've been following her because of her and Devin getting together. You know what I'm saying? And they duets together. I think their voices match so much. And I like when they do duets together and do songs with each other. You know what I mean? But, after then, she released Blurred Lines, and she released I Want You. You know what I'm saying? So it was like her being on Devin. She was keeping herself out there, which I think is dope. You know what I mean? But I'm so happy that she got this new song out. And I am like 2 months late. But like my brother said, better late than never. You know what I mean? And this song is called That's On You. And it's super sweet, sexy, and cool. Like she said her sound is. I love it. I think it's dope. I think it's an amazing joint. And I was like, I'm going to talk about this joint. And it's actually literally one of my favorite songs. Like, I know I'm like, because I've heard it maybe about 2 weeks ago, but I don't know why I didn't talk about it on Current R&B Bangers. But this song, I love it. And I play it at least once a day. I love this joint. It's called That's On You. And here we go. Goes a little something like this. Here we go.
What is a connection? More than just affection, but you left it up to question.
Hey!
Question, is this on you? Guess that's on you.
Yeah! Woo! It got like that old, like it got that old soul to it, but it still got that bop that make you just like, you can't help but not to stay still, but it still have that old soul to it. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely tell she was inspired by her father's music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a dope joint. It's a feel-good record. It makes you feel good, and I think it's so dope. And y'all should definitely check out Joyce Wrice, because she is really, really dope. But this song, That's On You, this song is perfect for me. And that's why I was like, I'm going to talk about this joint on Current R&B Bangers. So the third joint is coming from Joyce Wrice, and that is That's On You. Okay, I hit it. Okay, niece, I hit it. Oh, man. All righty. Okay, this one is going to be a little funny. Okay. Come on, I can get a little, doing the washing machine on y'all. Okay, well that is Victoria Monet, who is Georgia bound. She's Georgia born, but she's Cali raised. You know what I'm saying? I know a little bit about her story. She was in a group, and then they kind of disbanded, and then she became a big songwriter. She was writing a lot of songs, and actually she wrote one of my favorite songs on Diddy Dirty Money's Last Train to Paris, and that joint was I Hate You Love Me. She's on there as a songwriter, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, she wrote the song, that's dope, you know what I'm saying? But I really was introduced to her music because of the tribute that her and Ariana Grande did for the Orlando gay shooting. That shooting, the club that got shot and 50, people died from it. And, she did, her and Ariana did a tribute. It was called Better Days. And I think I talked about it, and I think I opened one of my Current R&B Bangers with that song because of, it was definitely newsworthy and definitely something that hits home, so I wanted to talk about it. You know what I mean? So I thought the song was dope, you know what I'm saying? And from then, it was like, I followed her, but then I stopped. You know what I'm saying? But it's so crazy because my brother Hussein, who I talk about a lot, y'all, a plug, he just brought out his new, not a new, but it's a deluxe edition of his album, The Bohemian. Y'all check that out. But he kept sending me songs with Victoria. He kept sending them to me. He was like, bro, Bro, he sent me this song Experience, which I thought, you know what I'm saying, it was cute with her and Khalid. You know, I'm not the biggest Khalid fan, no disrespect, but it was like, oh, I was like, you know, it's cool. Then he sent me something else. And I was like, oh, okay, it's cool. But then he was like, bruh. And then he sent me this song. And I was like, oh, I like this. And I was supposed to talk about it like 2 weeks ago. But I was like, it came up on my playlist. I was like, why the hell haven't I talked about this song? But I followed, you know, I went back and saw what she did. She released her EP, Nightmares and Lullabies, in 2015. And then that joint got some heat on it, See the Light and 90s Babies. And then in 2018, she came out with Love After Part 1 and 2. And then after that, she was just coming out with singles and singles and singles. You know what I'm saying? This generation, that's what they about, the singles. Because they trying to, you know, people will leave you fast in a hurry. I'm telling you, they be hot. You be with them one time and then they leave you. You know what I'm saying? So these artists keep bringing out singles like, y'all gonna remember me. Which, hey, this is the way it is now. You know what I'm saying? But like Prince, the late Prince said, albums do matter. But then in 2009, she came out with a record which I think is so, 2019, I think she came out with a record that's so real. It's called Ass Like That. And it's real, and she's speaking some truth about it. And I feel like us, you know, women, men too, because there's men getting that done, which I don't understand, which is a little weird to me, but do what you do, niece. But the joint Ass Like That, I like it. It's crazy. It's a dope joint. But this song died. My brother sent, and I was like, yo, this song is sexy. She talking her shit on this record. But it's a dope record, and it gave me like a Leah Rock the Boat vibes. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I like this. This joint is dope. But I was like, bro was like, I know you like that. So when I sent it back, I was like, bro, I like this joint. I'm gonna talk about it on the show. And then I ain't talk about it. Then he got me together. Yes, I'm snitching on you, bro. He got me together maybe about a couple of days ago, about a week ago. He was like, he sent me the Experience song. And he was like, yeah, I sent you Dive and you said you was going to talk about it, but you didn't. But I kind of let it ride. You know, he gets me together on the low, y'all. For real. But I wouldn't be, Julius World or so, or current R&B bangers wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for him giving me them songs. You know what I'm saying? But this song, Dive, y'all, is dope. You know what I'm saying? She talking her shit on it. And I think it's a dope record. So I was like, I'm going to talk about this joint. So this joint is coming from Victoria Monet, and this joint is called Vibes. And I'm telling you, that girl, she talking her shit on this. She letting you know, like, come on, play. Hey! Hey! She talking her shit. She saying, is your neck game right? Like, you better be ready. Like, that's some, like, it's dope, but it still give me like a Leah Rock the Boat kind of vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I thought this joint was a dope joint. You know what I'm saying? Dive is a smooth joint. I know she got an album coming because she keep blessing us with these singles. So hopefully she gives us an EP. Victoria, we waiting for this EP. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother Sensei, you were 3 for 3 with him. You know what I'm saying? So we are waiting for this EP or this album. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all kids these days call it, okay? But that is Victoria Monet, and that is Dive. Well, y'all, those are your 4 joints for the week. Bless y'all, man. I gave y'all Married with Can't Be Life, Dion and Full Crate with Brandy, Joyce Wrice with my favorite joint right now, That's On You, and Victoria Monet with Dive. Showing y'all right there, y'all, I'm proving. I'm continue to prove, even though we in a pandemic and we going through with, you know, where the world is right now and racism and everything like that. But again, all Black Lives Matter. And you know, I love to come in with a new joint, but I like to exit out with a classic. This classic was 32 years ago, was number 1 on the R&B charts, and this was the summer. And this song still resonates to this day, and it's a dope record. Shout out to everybody that loves this record, because this is such an inspirational record. And if you don't like this, something is wrong with you. So hopefully I will see y'all next week. And here we go.
Why do people choose to live their lives?
Woo!
This way. Keep on moving, don't stop, no. Keep on moving.
Get it in there.
Keep on moving. Keep on moving, don't stop, no. Keep on moving.
Make love. I'm out, y'all. Peace.